And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
The show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show number 109. I can't believe that is the number. We're so glad you've joined us today. I am your host, Kim White, and I am joined by the handsome co-host, Adam Rothenberg. And yes, it's the famous Adam. So, Adam, good morning.
Good morning, Kim. Very excited for today's show and excited to be here with you.
Me too.
Can I start off with a confession?
Ooh, this show's going to be juicy, y'all. Buckle up.
My confession is that one of the things that I love about GME is that it's a great place for you, the viewer, to get information, whether you're just starting out in business, whether you're looking to level up things, or if you're looking to get new ideas. This is the place for you. And I'm thrilled that we have a space for you to get all that information.
I love that, Adam. You know, all the Roving Reporters bring a little different part of I'll call it a diamond. Each one brings a different facet to light. And I love that we can highlight the Roving Reporters, but you're right, Adam. It is for the viewer to see and hopefully be inspired. We hope our messy outward confessions and transparency is inspiring for everyone.
Yes, and just like a diamond, we love to sparkle and shine for you. So
there you go.
Well, I think it's time we jump right into entrepreneur land and get things kicked off.
Well, entrepreneur land is definitely the land we live in. And today's theme is something that we all find ourselves on this adventure facing, and that's crossroads, Adam. I think we have crossroads come when we're starting a business or even after we've been in business a long time. We have those choices we have to make of which path to take, which opportunities to take, which possibilities we're going to accept or pursue. So crosswords is a fun theme, I think.
Crossroads are fun to do. But
did I say crosswords? So there you go. Crosswords is not the theme of the show. Crossroads is. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. I will say, after being in business for a few years, there definitely are a lot of crossroads you encounter, and making the decision about which way to go. I know I have chosen some amazing things to do in my business, and then there are some other things where I've been like, maybe that wasn't the best choice. But the one thing I love about it is that I can always go down another road to get onto the path I was hoping to get on. It may just take a little longer.
I love that. We always can learn something, Adam. I think some of the worst decisions I've ever made, I've learned the best lessons. I'll just say that.
Definitely. It's always about a lesson learned over, I made a big mistake. It's instead of, I try to look at it that way. I didn't make a mistake. I just learned a lesson that now I'm going to apply to how I can correct it.
Love it.
Can I make one more quick confession?
Sure.
When I saw the theme of the show, I thought we were going to be talking about the Britney Spears movie Crossroads. So I was also excited. But I like this discussion much better. It's much more on the path of what the show is for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. So I'm glad we had this discussion.
Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome. So one other thing that is a great way to find out all the different paths that you can go down is in the GME Chronicles, which we love to show you, because the GME Chronicles, we don't show all the things that have happened in the community to show off. We want you to be able to use this as a way to get ideas for your business and to celebrate the wins that we have accomplished, and hope that you too realize the importance of celebrating your wins. So let's go into the Chronicles.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today on May 16th, 2025. The GME Chronicles is a celebration of moving the needle in our businesses. We want to share these numbers out loud with you, not to show off, but to show what's possible when we come together in business. Last week included 4 Pilates classes with Kat. Yvonne hosted the Age Agitators Club gathering. My Sexy Business held Sticky Note Time Guided Weekend, rounds 32 and 33 of Fire Up Mastermind, 2 sessions of Showtime Mastermind, and 1 session of Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. We want to wish a warm welcome to those who have joined Fire Up Mastermind round 33 and Showtime Mastermind round number 5. Adam posted 2 new interviews, one with Andrew Keegan and one with Erica Hubbard. My Sexy Business posted 1 new blog, How to Be a Confidence Builder Within Your Business Community. Yvonne and Kat hosted the Salty Sisters live stream, and My Sexy Business went live with show number 107 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or new clips. New podcast episodes dropped last week. Go give them a listen. We had Sisters in Service with episode 194, Late Bloomer Living with episode 231, Buckets and Boom Gates with episode 99, 5 and 15 Interviews Leadership Series with episode 63, Bearing It All with Call Me Adam with episode 11 in season 5, Mama Outspoken with episode 23, and Mucked Up My Self-Care with episode 103. On Clubhouse, Adam and Denise hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Room on Wednesday, and on Thursday we held the 35th Walk and Talk with the community. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME and you can connect with everyone there. Last week's number of 24 brings our grand total to 6,520 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 3 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up next week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, you can find us coming up at the Keep It Movin' 11-minute fitness challenge with Kat, and you can always join us wherever we're meeting in the community at places like Clubhouse Audio app, Buckets and Boom Gate Studio, Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Walk and Talk, Kitchen to Kitchen, and wherever you're watching now for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to check out our events page at mysexybusiness.com/events for upcoming events and more information. Back to you in the GME studio.
Cheers.
Cheers, Adam. That was a wonderful numbers this week. I have to say, I'm so proud.
It was very exciting. And I love all the new little up levels I noticed in the Chronicles. So congratulations on that.
I'll just say out loud for feedback, I love your new part about the microphone and where it looks like you're pointing to each one you interviewed. And I think that's a lovely up level.
That was very cute. Yes, I did enjoy that as well. So I just want to give a little round of applause to Jill, not a
Yeah.
little one, a big round of applause to Jill,
Yes.
because she is the one who helps put the Chronicles together every week. So we are very grateful for her and all that she does with it. It is not an easy task to do.
No, I would liken it to cat herding because she has to chase everybody's numbers down and chase all the people down that are involved. So we appreciate all she does with the Chronicles. It's lovely.
Yes. And speaking of chasing and lovelies, next Wednesday, I believe is the date, May 20th, is National Rescue Dog Day. And we want to take a moment to celebrate this very fun holiday. Kim, would you like to talk a little bit about it?
So anyone who's been with me for 5 minutes knows I love puppies and kitties and I love animals. But, you know, I believe that National Rescue Dog Day is a great reminder to everyone that you can get a dog from a reputable breeder. Like I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but there are a lot of puppies out there in the world, no matter their age, that need a home to be loved on. And I always giggle and ask because the blue-eyed girl on the right side of the screen is my puppy Duchess. And I always giggle and ask who rescued who because she has brought so much joy to our lives. And I think these pictures are representative of a lot of puppies who have been loved in our lives and in this community. So if you don't already have a puppy and you're considering one, no matter the age, again, I suggest checking out your local shelter or local place where the puppies need homes. So I love that we can celebrate this, Adam. And I do think it is actually Tuesday.
Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't actually sure of the day of the week. But they do dogs definitely bring a love and a joy to our lives. And while I never had my own dog, I was happy to be a dunkle. Is that what it is? A dog uncle? A dunkle?
Okay, that's a new term for me and I love it.
And it was always a great joy to get to hang out with Cooper. And as you could see, there were definitely a picture of him, and I like to take a lot of naps. So
I
definitely
love
miss him.
Love it. Yeah, we have some represented on there that have crossed the rainbow bridge, I believe is the term.
Yes.
But they are still in our hearts. So
Always. Well, one thing that is also in our hearts is all the work that we do to present things to our clients and our followers. And one of the great tools that we have here in the My Sexy Business community is Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. And this is a space that Kim has for us as masterminders, where we get to learn a lot of different ways to help build our business. One great event that is coming up is called Clipping Class. And if you're wondering what Clipping Class is, this is a time where Kim is going to show us some great tricks and techniques that we can use to take the full videos that we have and clip them up into shorts. So I am very excited for this upcoming class. It's going to be on May 21st, which is a Wednesday, and it's going to be taking place inside Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. So one thing I want to say is that I totally just lost my train of thought. So Kim, I'm going to turn it over to you to see if you have anything to add.
You're so funny, Adam. This class is for Fire Up Mastermind and Groundwork Brigade Mastermind groups. It is also for anyone who wants to reach out to the Roving Reporters. They can get connected with how to get into the class and into Groundwork Brigade. I feel like this is a great spot for you to get to know how amazing these humans are, but also come and play with us. There's so many things out there that you need to stand out from everyone else who's doing whatever it is you're doing. And this is a way to do it. You can put clips out that really draw attention, and it's not as hard as y'all think. So we love to come together and do these kind of things. So clipping class will be fun.
Yes, it will. And thank you for helping me complete my thought, because you said exactly what I was that is what I wanted to talk about, but you spoke about it so much better.
You're so funny, Adam. Well, I will say one thing about clipping class is one of our poster children. Can we call her that? One of our poster children for great clips is our Donna Bender.
Yes, she is. And I didn't even realize that I left the screen until I looked up for a moment. Well, surprise. Donna is amazing with surprise and delight marketing. And she, her segments always get me in the mood for something delicious. I have used several of her tips to surprise and delight my clients, which have yielded me big results. Whether that was getting a second or third interview with someone, or having someone just speak highly of my talents. So I'm excited to see what goodies Donna has in store for us to share with us today.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is on showing your appreciation to your clients on another wacky holiday, National Chocolate Chip Day. I stand before you not just as a certified givologist, but as an embodiment of everyone's beloved treat, the chocolate chip cookie. So, in the world of marketing, like in baking, the right mix can create unforgettable experiences. So I'm excited to present ideas that go beyond the cookie jar to connect with your clients and your employees and your audiences in memorable ways. Well, one, you could do a beautiful chocolate chip cookie recipe journal. This could be customized with full color images of all the various recipes your company contributes to. You can add business strategies, tips, and anecdotes. It's a great way to celebrate the holiday. Number two, this is also engaging for your employees and your clients. You can have an interactive chocolate chip design workshop where participants can decorate chocolate chip cookies in a perfect recipe for creating, sharing knowledge, and building a stronger community around your brand. But let's make this day as memorable and sweet as the very cookies we're honoring. Happy National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, everyone. May your day be filled with joy, laughter, and of course, lots of delicious chocolate chips. Now back to you at the GME Studios.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were about to say something, so I didn't say anything. But I cannot wait for National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, because I am certainly going to surprise and delight myself with a chocolate chip cookie on that day. I think that will be my reward.
I love it, Adam. And I just want to point out my cup for today that I am drinking coffee out of this morning is also a gift from you, from what you learned from Donna. So I think Donna has influenced a lot of us.
She definitely has. And it's because of her that I have made connections to things that I did back in the day that I didn't realize what I was doing. And she helped show me that whenever I took a picture with a celebrity and I put it in a card to write a thank you note, that was a way I was building a relationship. And I didn't understand that connection until I met Donna. So I am so grateful for her. And she has an amazing show called The Big Show and Tell, which is every month. And she can show you how to get big results. It airs on her YouTube channel, which you can go to at Donna Bender Giving. And make sure while you're there, make sure you subscribe. So you not only get the notification as to when the Big Show and Tell is coming, but you also will get the notifications of all the other clips that she posts, which is great information on how you can build relationships with your clients. And she has a lot of information on gifts and branded products. And she is just a wealth of information. That is why she is our master givologist.
She is. And I will tell you, I know a secret that she might get me for telling, but she has 3 very famous guests that will be appearing on this show for the first time. So you don't want to miss the May Big Show and Tell.
And the May Big Show and Tell is coming up on May 27th. It's the last Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m. Central Time. So I cannot wait to see who these guests are.
You'll recognize them right off. You'll recognize them.
Oh, I'm very excited. And while we're talking about surprising and delighting and National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day and all of those other things, one thing I will definitely have to do after eating my chocolate chip cookies is to take to get moving and get some fitness going, which is why I'm very excited about our next roving reporter, the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, who has a segment on health and wellness for entrepreneurs. And today she's going to be talking about promoting your health and business. And I just want to let everybody know before we get into Kat's segment that Kat's number one rule is that everybody has a right to feel good in their body. And I love that the way she promotes health and your business. So let's go to her segment to find out exactly what she has to say about this.
How do you ensure your business promotes health and wellness, both for yourself and your customers?
Oh, that's a juicy question. That's what I do, Kim. I want other people to feel as good in their body as I do. So I'm never saying, oh, you don't want to work out today? Okay. And then the next day, oh, you don't want to work out? Okay. I have to keep motivating people. Now, don't get me wrong. When people come in to the studio or into my class and they're feeling less than, I will pretty much say, you probably need to rest. That's the first thing. And you've heard me say this. Or if they come into Pilates, I'll say, you know what? I have what I call my stretch and breathe workout, in hopes that they feel better after the fact. That's always my motivation, is making sure that people feel better afterwards than before they started. In my business, it's doing all those things, talking about all those things. And keep in mind, I don't have to say anything. But if I want people to feel good, I have to at least explain myself when I'm working with a client or I'm having class. This is why we're doing this today. We had a workout today, Kim. I said, due to daylight savings time, I think we need a little Pilates. And we did, and we felt great afterwards. I am making sure that people are feeling good, number one. Number two, easing them into a workout if they're new. Number three, making sure they're safe. And number four, modifying whatever it is we need to modify so they get a sense of accomplishment. I don't want to give anybody anything that they feel as though they can't do it. So we start off very easy and then we elevate it from there if we can. If we can't, we stay where we are. I think that just helps people to keep coming back because they understand that I'm not going to push them into doing something. If you can't do it, you can't do it. I would say, let's revisit that. And then pretty soon they're able to do it.
Oh my God, Kim, can I just say that I always feel good after a workout with Kat. I have been lucky enough to do her fitness challenge, which I'm very excited that she has another fitness challenge coming up next week. And if you have not done Kat's 11-minute Keep It Moving fitness challenge, you have to sign up for it. You will be amazed at what you can do in 11 minutes. And I couldn't believe how much of a workout I felt I got in just 11 minutes.
So smallspacepilates.com is Kat. And that blue bar that was being shown before, that was the easy button. You can click it and go straight to this page, which there you go. There's the blue bar and there's the challenge. It costs you your email so Kat can tell you where to come and meet everybody. But it is an amazing thing. It is an incredible thing she's done for my health. She got me started. And look out where old I am going now. So that was thanks to Kat Corchado.
Yes. And one of the other things I love about Kat is how she explains everything. So I never feel lost in knowing how we're going to do one of the workouts she's talking about. She's very clear. I will say, this is a question I ask a lot of my people that I interview of a characteristic they're glad they don't possess. I am glad she doesn't possess the Mary Poppins trait of I never explain anything. I am thrilled that Kat explains everything. So
me too, Adam. I didn't even know that was the thing, but me too.
Yes. It's somebody else who I also love the way that she explains things is our next roving reporter, Yvonne Marchese, who talks a lot about entrepreneurship later in life. And Yvonne's message is all about that you are not too old for business. And I can't wait to see what she shares today in her segment on Too Old for Business.
Thanks, Kim. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I'm your resident age agitator here to talk about later in life entrepreneurship. And I'm back with more evidence that you are not too old for entrepreneurship. Another recent guest on my podcast was Sally Halverson. And Sally is a super talented photographer who specializes in these gorgeous photos of flowers really up close. Besides selling prints, which you would expect, she had a unique idea to put her photos on beautiful purses and high-end tote bags. And she started a business called Sally's Blooming Bags. She is building that business as a side hustle while still working full-time towards her retirement. So basically, she's planning her unretirement and working towards it now. One photo, one bag, one step at a time. You don't need to leap. You just need to start right where you are. So here's a little challenge. If you've got that idea, think of one tiny little thing that you could do in 10 minutes or less to move that idea forward, and do it today. That's all for now. Back to you in the studio.
'Love Yvonne and Sally. I just have to say, Adam.
Yes, they are terrific. And you can listen to the podcast episode that Yvonne was talking about with Sally. It is episode number 150, entitled Finding Healing and Hope Through Flower Photography with Sally Halverson. So Yvonne's podcast is Late Bloomer Living. You can find it on whatever podcatcher you listen to podcasts on. And I am definitely going to think about what is one thing I can do for my business in 10 minutes or less. And I am going to do that today.
Good. Yvonne is very inspiring to all of us. She gives us lots of ideas of things, but I will tell you, she's like you, Adam. She's interviewed a lot of amazing humans, and Sally is definitely one of those humans. And I love that I actually know Sally. And I will say she is rocking her unretirement with her bags. She's a beautiful human.
That is so exciting. And the bags are beautiful. I mean, look at them.
They are gorgeous.
So go listen to Yvonne's podcast, episode 150, and learn more about Sally.
Well, next, speaking of famous interviewers, let me just say that is our very own Adam Rothenberg, who is the interview king himself. I think we need to acknowledge, Adam, how much work you have put into the last 16 years of interviewing celebrities, and what amazing things have come out of it. This is just another example of something not only fun and entertaining, but this is serious too. This one's a pretty amazing one with performers and business.
So now, on the flip side of things, in addition to being a performer, you also run the business side of you and the Golden Gaze. So what is something you have learned about being an entrepreneur that you would advise someone just starting out on their own entrepreneurial journey?
You know, like it can be completely fulfilling and debilitating in the same moment. However, it's freeing. All of that to say, it's hard and you know, take a business class, get a lawyer and an accountant, even if they're just your friends, just, you know, talk to them and say, hey, I want to start an LLC. What do you think of that? And also those things, while they can be laborious, they're not hard to do. It costs money, so you're going to need some money to upfront to register it. It's like I wish someone had told me, but it's not that I didn't know that. I just didn't know that. You know, you don't know what you don't know until you know it, you know.
My favorite part of that interview is where Jason says, you don't know what you don't know until you know it, which is something actually we talked here on Good Morning Entrepreneurs in show 97. So if you want to go back to watch that show to see what we had to say about it, you can do that from the My Sexy Business website.
I love it, Adam. But I love Jason and I love all his wisdom. He's so talented and he's learned so much in business. You have highlighted him well in this interview for clips for the show, but if you want to see the whole interview, which is so worth watching, like I'm just going to say so many fun things came out of it, go to Adam's website, callmeadam.com, his entertainment platform where all things celebrity live. I will just say that. If you click on interviews at the top on the navigation bar, you actually can go straight to the interview page and it will take you to the list of interviews. Adam, I'm always in awe every time we show this or look at this. All the interviews get farther down because of how many you have posted recently. So there's Jason's interview. Look for the green. That's what we'll say. Look for that green. But it's amazing to see all of the work you have put into your entertainment platform and what you have created for all of us to enjoy. So callmeadam.com.
Thank you, Kim. And I certainly couldn't have made that my entertainment platform without the assistance that I received through another magical space that you have called Website Royalty. And this is a space where if you build your website through Kajabi, Kim has this space, like I just said, that you can get your questions answered. And while you're in a group setting, you still get that one-on-one individual attention that you need to get your questions answered. And you can actually get a free year of Website Royalty if you sign up for Kajabi through Kim's affiliate link, which you can access on the My Sexy Business website. And Kajabi right now is having an amazing offer where for the first 3 months, you can sign up with them for $99 per month. And if you go to the My Sexy Business website, you see the red bar at the top of the screen. This is the easy button to access this bonus where you get Website Royalty for free for a year. So if you click that button, that will take you to the Website Royalty community page. And as you scroll down, you'll see the offer that you can start your 30-day free trial now. And then right below that is Website Royalty, where if you sign up for Kajabi, like I said, through Kim's affiliate link, you will get Website Royalty for free for a year. And it's really one of the most incredible spaces that I have been a part of, because it has really shown me how to build my entertainment platform step by step.
I'll tell you, Adam, when I was building the first websites I ever did, it was so torturously painful. Let me just say that. And it's the community I needed. It's the support I needed. I couldn't find it. So we built it. And that is what Website Royalty is it is a place for support, and not just throwing a website together, but actually strategically putting it together, make sure it actually functions properly and does the things you're wanting it to. So I think it's a great space, and thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
Well, we are also here. Let me just say that. Let me stumble over my words, y'all. You are tuning into Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and we're so glad you're here with us today for show 109. And today's theme is Crossroads. I find that it's funny that we just did like the Website Royalty commercial right before we talk about the theme, because it is a crossroads. If you are choosing a website platform, it's a crossroads. If you're choosing what kind of business you're going to do, it's a crossroads. And I love our roving reporters so much because they all represent a different piece of industries. They all are in different things, but coming together to hopefully inspire y'all watching. So it makes me happy to say, if you will go to our website, you can actually find the GME directory so that you can connect with all the roving reporters. That's the homepage, mysexybusiness.com. Go to Good Morning Entrepreneurs Show. Go to the big red button is what I always talk about. You can watch the past shows, but scroll down and find the big red button with all the sweet faces waving, and go and check them out, connect with them. It gives you the ability to actually connect in real life, not just pretend life, we'll call it.
And we're always happy to hear from you and connect with you. Speaking of connecting, Kim, we get questions from viewers all the time. And this week's question of the week is, oh, wait a minute. Before we go to the question of the week, oh my gosh, I just realized there was something we forgot to mention previously. While we're talking about connecting with the roving reporters and everything, we also want to connect with you. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's at My Sexy Business Team on YouTube. So don't forget to go there, subscribe, so you can find out all of the events that we are having. You'll get the notifications for when GME is airing, when we have the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit, all the clips that we put out about all the events. So go to My Sexy Business Team on YouTube and click that subscribe button.
Good job, Adam, because let me just say out loud for everyone watching, to inspire you to keep going, I'm the one that messed that up. So thank you for fixing it, Adam.
You didn't mess anything up, Kim. But another way that we like to connect with everybody is through the questions that we get submitted from our viewers, just like you. So this week's question of the week is, how do I decide which way to go when I can't keep up with everything?
This is definitely a crossroads question, Adam, and I have been here so many times. When you first start your business, you're at a crossroads of, what kind of business do I want? What kind of business do I need for my life? Because there are service-heavy businesses, there are product-heavy businesses. There are many, many ways to build a business that will actually build your life with it instead of tearing your life apart from it. So that is one crossroads. But even when you've been in business a while, you come to crossroads because you can't keep up with things. You know that you have to give up something, or you get an opportunity that you want to choose something. And I think this is a very, very important thing, to take an inventory. Assess what you want out of life first, not not last, but first. And then see what opportunities or what possibilities or what road will get you closer to what you really want, not just give you something that consumes you. So that is my opinion, Adam.
Well, Kim, I think that is a great explanation of it. And you really provide opportunities for us to prepare us for the roads ahead, whichever road that is. And one of the things that I love is how you also highlight people. You have a special way of tapping into them to bring out information about the people you talk to. And I feel like in this next segment, you really got Jason B. Schmidt to open up about how his performing provides big payoffs in addition to cash. And I think you have something to add to this before we get into the segment itself.
I just admire him a lot because he's so talented and he's had to learn along the way. And I admire anyone who's willing to share those kind of things. And in this clip from the interview, it makes me very proud of him and all he has accomplished because he is successful. He is doing a great job, but he's willing to share. So I love its big payoffs in addition to cash. What's your favorite part about business?
I guess it's that I don't know what I'm doing. For most of my life, I really would only do things that I was already good at. I played every sport and I quit the ones I wasn't good at. Eventually, I just quit all of that. What's interesting about this is there's people like, how'd you sell out? I'm like, I literally have no idea. Other than people heard about it who are my ticket buyers. I'm very cerebral, if you can't tell. So those kinds of things, because sometimes it's selling out a venue and other times we did this and then we had an interview in the paper and then somebody posted that thing and then we had a discount at that time and it's like the stars aligned. And other times you're like, I don't know, we sold out last time and we didn't sell out this time. Same venue, same people. I don't know. It was snowing the other night. So that's a long way of saying it's, I guess, just the learningness of it. It's challenging and it can be very rewarding. I would say the reason to keep going is that we almost always do a meet and greet. When you're doing a meet and greet dressed as a Golden Girl that people actually identify as like a member of their family, every single person has a story about the Golden Girls and they'll share those things with me and they'll say, thank you so much. I haven't laughed in 6 months because my husband passed away and we used to watch the Golden Girls together. And I haven't watched the Golden Girls since then. Or it makes me think of my Nana. When I'm watching this, I feel sassy. Those things. There are many really big payoffs in addition to cash.
That is very true. A lot of people can relate to the Golden Girls, and I love what Jason talked about in the confessions that he made during this interview with you, Kim.
Well, I hope everybody goes and gets their tickets before they're all sold out, because I know several of the shows are already sold out. So you don't want to miss the fun and just that. I don't know, Adam. I think it's beyond just entertainment. He is so talented.
He is. And somebody else who is talented and makes a lot of confessions is our next roving reporter, Jill Olish, who makes a confession of a mama entrepreneur. And I have learned so much from Jill because she really is putting herself out there with her vulnerability. And I can't wait to hear what this new confession of a mama entrepreneur is today.
Thanks, Kim. I have had this question of why does motherhood feel happy but yet complicated? And I was like, oh, why does entrepreneurship feel happy yet complicated? And I'm realizing it's because we are putting our whole selves into both of those things. When you're a mom, you don't separate yourself from being a mom. And when we're entrepreneurs, we aren't separating ourselves from that. It's just a new role that we're playing along with the rest of the things that we have on our plates as humans. So when our feelings don't match up with what we think we're supposed to feel like when we're becoming an entrepreneur, it's okay. We are learning things out. It can be very exciting that we have a passion that we want to work towards in helping other people, but it's also a lot of hard work. And that hard work can come with doubt. And feeling joy and doubt at the same time is very confusing. And it is okay to feel confused by those things because we'll make it through. By putting the right systems and processes in place, we will get to the right path that we are looking for in our entrepreneurial adventure. So keep hanging in there. You've got this. It's okay to feel complicated and happy at the same time. Back to you in the GME studio.
Complicated and happy. That sums up what an entrepreneur adventure looks like.
Yes, it does. One way that Jill continues her vulnerability is through her podcast, Mama Outspoken, which she hosts with her husband, Bobby. And they really talk about things that happen on the entrepreneurial journey as parents. And I think it's great that it's not only Jill's perspective, but it's also Bobby's perspective as well.
And it's so much more than just that, Adam. It's life. They talk about life and the ways that they both look at things. I think that's one of the fun parts. Fun and complicated. Let's just say it's complicated too. But, you know, everyone in a relationship that has kids or a business, either one, has to deal with different things. And I love that they're vulnerable and share it. Mama Outspoken podcast.
Yes. I do wonder, speaking of business and life, I often wonder what somebody is passionate about and what's their secret sauce, which is why I'm very excited for today's Military Minute, which is sponsored by the Sisters in Service podcast and host Kat Corchado. So let's take a look at today's Military Minute and find out what Kat's passionate about.
If someone is coming out of the military, they're going to transition back to civilian life. What would you suggest to them about entrepreneurship or being a business owner or any of those choices that they have? What would you say to them?
Well, if they're about to get out, I would have them think about what are they passionate about? Because that's what carries you forward, is your passion. If they're already out and they're thinking about business, again, what are you passionate about? What is that thing that lights you up from the inside out? And it might be something people like, oh, you can't make a living doing that. You can't do that. Sure you can. Find a unique way to do it. Or maybe you come out and you want to be a coach, any coach. Okay, fine. There are a lot of coaches out there, but what I would tell somebody is bring your secret sauce to that coaching, because everyone's different and you're going to find your tribe and those people that want to be around you because of what you bring to the table and your secret sauce.
Kat definitely has secret sauce, y'all.
Yes, she does. And somebody else who has an amazing secret sauce is our very own findability queen, Denise Millet. She always gives us the easy button. In fact, she has a simple way to find keywords. So let's go to Denise's segment on helping entrepreneurs be findable online.
So what does autocomplete show you when you're searching?
Autocomplete tries to finish your sentence so you don't have to type in as many words. And it also gives you options that other people have used with the word you're typing in to kind of complete your sentence and help you out. As a content creator, it tells you what other people have searched for that might be better keywords for you to use. So it gives you suggestions of some other options.
Where did the other questions shown in search results come from?
Yeah, so there is usually below the ads, the sponsored ads in search results, there's a section called People Also Ask. And those are not always directly using the keyword that you typed in the search bar, but they've made the connection through synonym or language or something else that have connected these alternate questions to what you've asked for to kind of give you another way to search for what you're looking for. It's trying to cover the bases. It's like, hey, did you mean this? This sounds like this might help you too. So as a content creator, you can look at these questions and say, well, maybe I'll use that one for another piece of content, or maybe this is something that needs to be a section of my content. It's just another way to use terms, because you don't have to use exactly the same term. You can use similar words and things like that to convey the same idea.
Denise is chock full of great information. If you have not visited Denise Millet's YouTube channel yet, you are missing out on finding all sorts of ways to be more discoverable online. Denise's YouTube page is at Findability Queen, and you want to make sure you go there and subscribe, because Denise has so many great clips there answering your questions of how to be more findable online. And if there's something you're specifically looking for that you don't see there, you can send Denise a message. You can post a question right on her YouTube page, and she will create a video and answer it. She'll answer your question for you. So you definitely want to connect with Denise so she can help you become more findable online.
And let's make it clear, Adam, that findability is the first step of SEO. So many people are intimidated by those 3 little letters, but Denise has broken it down where we all can apply things that make us, more findable, but that is what SEO really is all about. So thank you, Denise.
Yes, thank you for making it easy. The easy button. Thank you for giving us the easy button to understanding SEO.
And when SEO is in place, I'm just going to give a little brag again. Whenever SEO is in place, though, you can do what Adam has done with his callmeadam.com platform by going to denisemillet.com. Let me just throw all these .coms out here to actually get almost 2 million visitors in only 2 years. So it's pretty powerful stuff when you learn what she's teaching.
It is. And another powerful thing that we have here is Princess Speak, which is it's sponsored by the My Sexy Business team and community. And Princess Speak is the simple business language for entrepreneurs and business owners that we use in our community on the daily. So let's go into Princess Speak to find out what today's word is.
Always a crooked crown, y'all. Sorry, 7 seconds is not enough. I'm trying to get it okay. So today's Princess Speak phrase is run a spreadsheet. And that doesn't mean exactly what you probably are thinking of. Pull out a spreadsheet and put all these kind of numbers and things in it. I want you to run a different kind of spreadsheet. I want you to make a list. We're talking crossroads today. I want you to make a list of all the reasons why you should go down this part of the path. I want you to make a list on the other side of why you should go down the other path. Sometimes it's saying yes to an opportunity. Sometimes it's saying no to an opportunity that we really want to say yes to. But reality will be seen if you make those lists and you run them all the way to the bottom. A lot of people think about, let's say, one job over another job. You have to remember how far the commute is. What are you going to have to wear? What kind of wardrobe are you going to have to buy to show up somewhere? It's not just as simple as, oh, they're going to pay me $20 an hour and they're going to pay me $30. You have to see what the cost of saying yes to that thing is. So running a spreadsheet is literally, in business, you go all the way to the bottom. What all time is it going to cost? What kind of money? What kind of bandwidth is it going to take to do it well? And then go to the other side. What about if I don't do this and I am doing this? Run all the way to the bottom of that list as well. So run a spreadsheet does not necessarily have to be done on a spreadsheet. It's just a silly way of saying go to the bottom line. Don't just compare apples and oranges.
I love that description. And it made me think of Diana Ross singing Ease on Down the Road from The Wiz, and not to carry anything that might be a load. So I love this idea of bringing those lists all the way down to the bottom so you could see what you could let go of and what you don't need.
It feels like a very grown-up pro and con list that you're telling me about here, Kim. So I love it. It gives me something more to think about versus just the pro and the con. You really come down to that cost. So if I'm looking at what kind of freedom can I get from these things, what is the cost right there on that list? So it's a great thing to start applying in business.
Great, Angelo.
And I think this is wonderful support. Like, we need the time to do these things too. We don't often give ourselves that time. I know you support having coffee time, but time that you actually sit down and allow your brain to think through things. And this is just another tool, but you have to set aside the time to do it, because if you don't, you'll rush it and it won't be thought through.
Thank you, Denise.
Can I just say that when I heard the word spreadsheet, I was like, I'm out, because I think spreadsheet, I think numbers, and I don't do numbers. But when you explained it a little bit more, Kim, I realized that I've been doing this my whole life. I just didn't know that's what I was doing. But the other aspect I like to bring into it is I put it away. I look at it on a daily, and then I tend to think, where does my gut think I should go? Like, I look at all, sometimes everything is right, and your gut's like, ooh, there's something about this that it sounds good. It really does, but there's something about it. So I always bring my gut instinct into it also.
You're a very intuitive cat, and I think that is a great ad, because yes, if you have any kind of, and I follow peace. If it's not going to give me peace, now it might give me an adventure. It might keep me on my toes. But if it takes away my peace, it's a hard no for me. When you're looking at opportunities, and I think there are opportunities all around, if someone is trying to get you to say yes to something and they're saying, there's a limited time, a lot of times there is a limited time, but don't fall for that. You'll never have another opportunity again, because you can make your own opportunities when necessary. So if you're looking at, being coerced into something, be very careful. Run that spreadsheet first, check that gut first, make sure you're really following what life you want to live. You can have a product and, product kind of business where you sell things and have a little more freedom. You can have a service business, which takes a lot more time. So you've got to know what you want. And I love what Jill said about freedom. Check that freedom part. What is this really going to give you? What you think it's going to give you, instead of maybe what you're being sold. So there you go. Sweet watcher, we hope that you will run your spreadsheet, and we'll see you next week. Love y'all.
Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central. This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.